Rishi Sunak met with King Charles on Tuesday for the monarch to officially appoint Rishi Sunak as Prime Minister and to invite him to form a government. The king appointed the Prime Minister in the 1844 room at Buckingham Palace, which is typically used to host ambassadors and for a series of other events. The 1844 room is named after a visit by Tsar Nicholas I from Russia in 1844 and is located on the ground floor. The Queen used a more private space when holding an audience with new prime ministers. Since his accession to the throne, Charles has now seen 2 prime ministers and has used the room for other occasions such as greeting the Ukrainian ambassador and hosting the president of Gabon. Read more. Migrants who entered the UK undetected broke into home in Dover. Charles used a new room to greet the Prime Minister. Image, Getty. Truss was welcomed to the palace to formally hand in her resignation. Image, Getty. Under pressure. Kate stressed as she and William try to settle into new Windsor home. The Prince and Princess of Wales are suffering from a fair bit of stress and anxiety following a tumultuous few weeks, it has been claimed. The couple were rocked by the Queen's death just weeks after their family moved to Adelaide Cottage on the Windsor estate. Read more here. Following Her Majesty's death in September, Charles also used the ground floor space for his first receptions with political, religious, military and Commonwealth leaders. Dr. Nigel Fletcher, a political historian at King's College London, told The Telegraph, His Majesty chose the 1844 room for the meeting instead of the late Queen's audience room on the first floor. I would imagine the King's use of the 1844 room, where he now seems to hold all his audiences, reflects the fact the audience room was part of his late mother's private apartments. Charles formally invited Sunak to form a government. Image, Getty. Sunak previously celebrated Diwali at number 11. Image, Getty. Prior to Rishi Sunak's appointment, Charles greeted former Prime Minister Liz Truss as she formally tendered her resignation. The king ensured that the opportunity would also demonstrate his support of multi-faith Britain. During the 2 audiences there was a table featuring a selection of treats which are traditionally used by Sikhs, Hindus, and Jains to mark Diwali. Diwali is a 5-day festival of lights which is celebrated this week to mark the victory of good over evil. Don't miss, King to tie up constitutional loose ends with Harry and Andrew. Insight, should King remove non-working royals as councillors of state? Poll. Migrants who entered the UK undetected broke into home in Dover. Report, trending the new Prime Minister was elected on the first day of Diwali, which was celebrated by Indians both at home and in the UK. Mr. Sunak, a Hindu, was filmed lighting diyas on the step outside the iconic black door of No 10. Many tweeted about the big moment with one saying, "Our first non-white, Hindu and Indian origin PM, a big moment for our country."